Hello and welcome back to the Byzantines. This is going to be an interesting episode because in theory our children are going to start coming of age. This means that we are going to start getting into the bulk of what I think admin gameplay is, which is trying to put people you want in charge of different positions in order to increase your standing. So we'll see how this goes. Before we do that, however, there are a couple of things I want to look at. There are a couple of things I found, and some things that I found from finding those things. So, let's start with this. Apparently, there is a reason to go with martial education, even if you're not going to declare war. Let's have a look at that. So, the reason you would do that is if you happen, like we are, to be a military them. Military thems get bonuses based on governor efficiency from martial. So, because we haven't given our heir a martial education, we're going to have less governor efficiency, which is not ideal because governor efficiency leads to all sorts of good stuff. We'll get into that in a minute. That's one of the things I want to talk about. Now, I think the comment was suggesting it could be something to do with candidacy. It could be something that adds into your, how likely people are to vote for you. I don't believe that's the case. I looked at this guy earlier, which is why I'm using him as an example. His is 51. If we add these up, you get to, you get to 30, you get to 21, 51 for the lot, right? So skills is just a straightforward add your skills together. So I don't think that you're getting any bonuses for being a specific education. I think I found one that was the right education earlier, and I just don't remember which one it was. Was it this one? Yeah, this guy in the middle is martial education. It's a military them. Doesn't get any additional bonuses as far as I can tell. So I think that that's not something, but you definitely get bonuses based on skills, and you get a bonus when you hold the land. So that seems good. Anyway, I said we get back to governor efficiency. Governor efficiency minus 4%. What it says is this income is affected by governor's efficiency. Okay? So, incomes affected by governor efficiency is the claim it makes. Now, what you might be wondering is, what do these numbers mean and where do they come from? Well, I had a look, and I'm not entirely sure what these two numbers mean. Now, this is the income from the them. Income from the them could mean many things. Does it, for instance, mean the money that you give to your liege? Well, no. No, it doesn't. Because we give 0 money to our liege, and levies are at 201. And we can prove this elsewhere. If we go and check here, we are paying our liege 0 with levies of 201. That adds up in an old screen, so therefore I say this is probably correct, right? So that's what's happening there. So, again, what does this mean? Because is this our income from the them? We have nowhere in here is there any income from the them. That just is not something. There is no income from the them here, right? Is it levies? Well, you can't check levy breakdown, but no, it's also not that. These numbers, as far as I can tell, mean nothing at all. I have no idea how they're generated. Honestly, I'm just not entirely sure why they're there. This is actually a really easy number to visualize, this minus 4%. So, what does that actually mean? Well, as far as I can tell, this is what the minus 4% means. Modified minus 4% from governor efficiency. It's just 4% off your taxes and then 4% off your levies because your governor efficiency is minus 4%. As far as I can tell, it's as simple as that. That's literally all it's talking about. Now, maybe it's talking about land that you get from your... I was wondering whether it meant something like land money you were getting from your vassals, but no, that's way too much. That's a completely separate thing. So yeah, I have no idea what this value is. What's 0.08 and 99? I don't know. Like nothing? I think this means literally nothing. Maybe it's what it is before... No, I was thinking maybe it's what it is before you switch to military. No, it's 114 and then 0.3. Taking 4% off either of those doesn't get you quite to the right numbers. I don't know. I think this is just nonsense. I think this bit at the top isn't something you should ever look at. I'm fairly certain that this is what you should care about, and then you can have a look at the value. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that thing. In a separate thing, I was looking at eunuchs, and it got me thinking. So, not that we're going to castrate this child, but I just want to have a look at him for a second. So, make him a eunuch or a beardless eunuch. Gaining influence, increasing skills, aptitude, and then the final one, which is actually interesting, in governor efficiency. So, if we made him a eunuch, it says you may not inherit titles. But this increases governor efficiency. That's interesting. So does this give you... Let me just check. This doesn't give you governor efficiency, does it? No, this gives him governor efficiency. Well, that's interesting. Because, as per the eunuch thing, he shouldn't be able to inherit titles, right? If we check this, should not be able to inherit titles, but increases governor efficiency. Therefore, what we can assume from this is that people who cannot inherit titles can still inherit thems. That's what we can take from that. Which is an interesting thought, right? I don't know if there's anything I can do with that thought, but it's interesting. It gets us to some interesting places. Anyway, that's my little ramble at the start of today. Yeah. Oh, also, next time we get the event for the, like, building something, I'm going to do a save and we'll test that further. I think we did have the event before, actually, as an adventurer, and it worked, so it might be it just doesn't work properly for admin. Who knows? Because it's basically the same system, right? So, anyway. Right, let's unpause. Actually, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can see more of the world. To the thoughtful Leonis, I send word because I find myself in need of more soldiers. Alright, you can have them. That's fine, I'm not using them. We might as well be helpful. Mental break, dark thoughts. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? Becoming flagellant? Being a drunkard? Or being strong? We'll be strong, because we only take 3 stress from it. Oh yeah, I forgot, we're also challenging this person here. Okay, that's fine. Peasant faction targets our liege. One night in Nicopolis. I have long pondered how my subjects engage with one another, out of the sight of their betters. After due consideration, I have found the right moment to slip out, and some dingy scraps of clothes that I can use as a disguise. But, as the moment gets ever closer, am I starting to reconsider, is this something becoming of the strategos? And say it's too late to back out now and we can wander around our streets, or I cannot be caught wearing something like this. Let's do it. I'm caught wearing rags. No! Okay, we're at 36. What does this get to? It only gets to 45. Anyone willing to join without needing anything? Oh, I could leverage my... I forgot you can leverage your scheme advantages to get people into these as well. Oh. Okay. Don't have any money to get this person in. How about you? These the same thing? Not quite. What's the difference between these ones? Diplomacy intrigue versus diplomacy intrigue. Deceitful gregarious, deceitful gregarious. Suffers from honest shy, honest shy. These are the same, yet they have different lists. That's intriguing. Oh, it says it at the top as well. Huh. Anyone else willing to join for anything? Yeah, prestigious good words you might join for. I'm not that worried about it. We'll just let it tick up. I'm not worried if she finds out about the scheme either. There appears to be no penalty. My plot against my courtier Stefania has been discovered. Even my own courtiers whisper behind my back. Any trust or love they may have for me is shattered by the revelation. So I can just gain tyranny, or I can end my scheme and gain tyranny. I'll just gain tyranny, that's fine. I don't care about 10 tyranny, that doesn't bother me at all. Perfectly happy with that. We're maxed out here, but you can go above max if you get some advantages, so that's what we're going to do. Just going to keep going with this. Wandering perk available. Okay. Know your land, know your people. So this gets us a bunch of opinion with some different people. Increases realm marriage acceptance for close family and extended family, which is what we really care about. And then we get tutoring trip option. Let's go on a tutoring trip. Our son's still young enough, right? Yup. Okay, we're going to go to get, where are we? Governorship confirmation. Let's do it. So we're going to travel to the Basilius and we're going to try and get ourselves confirmed as a governor. So let's depart. This is a little dangerous. It might be worth hiring some mercenary guards just to make that less dangerous. But I should now be able to do a tutoring trip. Wonderful. Which means my heir will be in my entourage and we can get him some extra stuff. So let's go. Is there anywhere else I want to go after this? Yeah, we could maybe go up to here after this. We could go up to the Kingdom of Bulgaria's capital. So I'm going to go there after. And actually, before we go there, we could head to Patras as well. Not that we really need the martial lifestyle stuff, but we might as well while we're paying for the mercenary guards. It's a little dangerous. What's dangerous here? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one twice. 96% chance of danger there. Wow, that's dangerous. Okay. So if I say I'm going to go here, then here. Wait, how are you getting down this way? I did it the wrong... Okay, that's fine. I understood what I did wrong there. I should have gone here. And then here. Yeah, that seems good. And then after that, the Aegean Sea. Is this still dangerous? 90% chance of danger. Yeah, so I kind of want to go in via this one. Via this one. Okay, cancel this. New plan. New plan. There we go. We will simply go by sea. Yes, and then we can do that. That seems absolutely fine to me. Wonderful. We could go by sea both ways, but then we can't go to the Kingdom of Bulgaria's capital on the way back, so that's fine. Start traveling. Right. Oh, it's frozen because I'm traveling. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. New powerful family. These guys are a powerful family now. Alright. I entered into a regency with my wife. Okay. My wife is selfless, and what we got her doing? Boosting crown authority and boosting councillor opinion. No, I would much prefer that you get me my coffers filled, if you could do that. That'd be great. Okay, we got some martial lifestyle, which we don't really need, but that's fine. Hopping in there. White Squall. White Squall, turn to port. The coxswain's horrifying yell does not suit the calm weather, but my ears are filled with an increasingly louder roar of the wind. In less than a heartbeat, the moist white mist that engulfs the whole... In less than a heartbeat, the moist white mist that engulfs the whole ship. Louder than the wind, the main mast cracks and falls overboard. As sudden as it came, the squall moves on. A boat lazily rocks on the calm sea, dragging the torn sails and broken oars along. You can try and raise makeshift sails, or I hope somebody will find us. Let's do this. Let's try and sail. They didn't work. We're delayed 14 days, but that's okay. These are now a powerful family. Danger, this is fine. As we sail towards Byzantium, the fresh sea air is doing wonders for at least my health and well-being. However, we are not all so lucky. I've noticed how Anatolios has been deteriorating over the past few days, and now there is no doubt he has contracted an illness of some kind. So I can find a port so he may rest and recover and he loses ill. I know a cure. Chance he loses ill and becomes our friend. Because we have a court physician here we can just remove ill for free, which kind of makes me wonder, like, why we would ever choose the top option. I guess because you don't have a court physician, or it's just a little cough. So I think I'm just going to choose the option where he isn't ill, and then we'll move on, because we're not quite good enough to just treat him. Right. We've arrived. Constantinople, center of the world. As we land in Prosphorian Harbour, we are in awe of the size of Constantinople, having sighted towers, domes, and seawalls from a long distance. By midday, we rest in the heat by a curious building in the breathtaking square of Augustan. The structure houses a golden millstone that locals insist marks the center of the world. My liege, this is a place unlike any other you have been to. We stand before over a millennia of history. So I can find something to bring home. Chances of getting chances of finding a better artifact are increased by my traveling companion. Let's see what we can learn here. And there's a chance to get the Dignitas perk. I talked about this previously, actually. The fact that there are events that just give you perks out of nowhere. So Dignitas perk, I think, is down here somewhere, right? Yeah, so this is where it is, right? So you can get this perk without needing any of the prior perks. It doesn't make any sense at all. Or, let's not waste any time. Also, we're apparently now got the Traveler trait, which is good. Do I want an artifact? I think I kind of want an artifact. Let's find something to bring home. Okay. We got the Sturdy Organon, which I think is another journal, which is not ideal. It is another journal. So that means... Oh, no, it's not. It's a Masterwork trinket. Never mind. This is fine. So that would get us even more monthly learning lifestyle experience if we wanted it. Alright, it's one learning. It's not bad. I was looking at June, I think, before, which was a journal, which would explain why it was the same category. Oh, yes, before we do this event, before I forget, somebody said that one of our children is in the court of a historic character. So let's see if we can find that one. Is it you? I think it was you, potentially. If it's not you, then yeah, I don't think it was you then, because I can't see the little eye. No. Maybe I've lost the person. Let me try the next character. Are you also in a... Nope. Okay, I've lost them. I'll see if I can find them for next time. But yeah, apparently one of them was in a historic characters camp, which can happen because they can spawn in. Anyway, in the Christoriklinos of Constantinople's chief palace, Basilios, God's regent on earth, sits in splendor. I am ushered to join a line of senior officials. With the outcry of all, of musicians and heralds, our grand ceremonies begin. The Basilius addresses each appointee in turn, bestowing their regalia and receiving oaths until he comes to me. You are to sharpen the sword of Epirus, he says, and have it be wielded only by the righteous. I voice all the proper responses, and bowing deeply before my liege, I at last take up the scepter of provincial authority. Hail to you, Basilius. So it gets us renown for our dynasty. He likes us more because we've done this. We gain prestige, and we also gain some influence. And our level of influence just went up to the next level. We are now persuasive, so we get some extra stuff in political schemes. I don't think that applies to this scheme, but maybe it does when we get back. Dynasty Legacy. So this is the first Dynasty Legacy that we're going to get. There is a new path, so let's just have a quick look at the new path. Stewards of Empire. Monthly influence up by 10%, governor efficiency up by 5. Okay. Power is a ladder. Initial political scheme success chance up 10%, promoting house members is 10% cheaper. Domicile building construction time down, powerful family rating up, unlocks the reception hall. Okay. Eternal City, development growth goes up, popular opinion goes up and gets you the Cabinet of Curiosities thing that you can unlock. And then Diare Kai Basiliu. Vassals and noble families are less likely to join claimant factions to use the post schemes, and unlocks the order mass arrests decision. Oh, okay. And then, of course, our other options are things like desirable match, vibrant court, noble veins. There's a whole bunch of good stuff in here. Like House of Warriors, like pretty much all the starting stuff is great. Let's get Stewards of Empire. Let's at least commit the first point towards that. So we're going to gain more influence per month, and our governor efficiency has gone up by 5%, which should now mean that my government efficiency is 3%, which means that these numbers have changed to other numbers, which are still incorrect. Okay, sure. Right. Let's go. In reality, what happened is, like, we got 5% more taxes and 5% more levies, which is pretty good. A man of unusual skills. After we had traveled together for a while, I noticed that there was something about Anatolius. Every morning he's up to training, swinging his blade around. Even tonight, while everyone else is busy enjoying their food, he is off on his own, going through his awe-inspiring exercises. I can't help but want to emulate parts of his lifestyle. This is our bodyguard. I could try and get him to teach us how to use a bow, it says, and we've become an aspiring blade master. That doesn't make any sense. Or, you're the pride of this entourage. Let's try and get him to teach us. We lose 7 stress at the worst, 9 stress at the best, and we can get aspiring blade master. Okay. That should have caused us to lose 7 stress overall. They're still good. I gained a nickname. My liege, have they heard what they call you? My Marshal Anatolius says while puffing his chest. They call you Strategos Ionas the Chaste. Not what you would call flattering, perhaps, but it's unlikely that you can do anything to change it. For what it's worth, I promise not to call you by that name, Anatolius says and smiles. The unchaste? What? Preposterous. I lose some prestige, but his opinion of me's gone up, apparently. Alright, well, our bodyguard's opinion went up. That's all you really need, right? My caravan master died of cancer. That seems subpar, although I don't like that our stress was reduced after finding that out. It's like, oh, thank God, she's gone. You've declared war on Sultan Murad. Who is Sultan Murad? Of Africa. For what? The Kingdom of Sicily. Alright. Well, good on you. Good on you. The mercenaries of Veria. Noble man, my lord, interested in the services of the best band of mercenaries in Veria. More loyal men you'll never find, at least if you pay us properly. We can potentially get a bodyguard, or I'm just here for a small break. Do we have any bodyguard positions open? We do. Okay. We can get a new bodyguard. Evangelos. A giant blade master bodyguard. For 20 gold? Well, we'll take him. We'll take him. New bodyguard. Also, he is our only... I was going to say he's our only knight. He's our second knight. Our 2 knights are now bodyguards each. We only had 1 knight previously. Distinguished wasn't applying it previously. I guess maybe it needed a reload or something? Anyway, fantastic. Snowbound. It has been snowing for days now. The road ahead appears completely impassable. However, as I look ahead, I see a small group of people approaching us fast across snowdrifts. Soon a man stands before me and speaks with a wide grin. You seem to be in quite all predicament. There should be quite a predicament. But fear not, for a fair price, we will help you return to your travels. Helping others is its own reward. It's a fair price, we'll manage on our own. There is a chance that we can get this guy to join us temporarily. We'll manage on our own. Our entourage swiftly starts moving again. Slowly starts moving, or is stuck. I don't really care if we're stuck. We'll manage on our own. Got us some seasoned traveler stuff, which is good. And we have arrived home again with 11 trait experience in Wanderer and 2 trait experience in Horse. Wonderful. And our stress is now dropped down. Oh, you know what? Our stress probably went down due to Due to... oh, due to this. There you go. Journey focus. That's why our stress dropped as we were moving. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. How old is our son now? 14. Also, did he get anything from tutoring trip? I didn't see anything in particular, but whatever. Interestingly, yeah, I just noticed he has government efficiency, although he doesn't actually have any title. So what does his governor efficiency actually do if you don't hold a title? I don't know. I guess nothing. Right? It must do nothing if you don't hold the title, yet it still calculates it. Alright, weird. Anyway, whatever. We're back in our scheme. Just fine. By the way, these aren't rhetorical questions. If you happen to know the answer, I would love to know. An evil presence. Well, obviously, we gotta go. The local priests of Zakynthos write to me, panicky, snatching at my attention with dire warnings of violence to come. The local populace is in a frenzy over a series of suspicious events, ill omens such as fevers, ruined fields, and weird apparitions of snakes. The people are terrified that a devil or some other unnameable evil is taking up residence amidst them. Among them, you could say. I suppose an investigation is required. I don't need to hire anything, right? I can just go. Yeah, I can just go. That seems fine. I need a caravan master. It's gonna be Kate. Why is Kate? No, it's gonna be somebody who actually gives us something like this. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Why does it say you're average? What do you have here? Oh, you have the traveler trait. Oh, I guess it's because these are... Okay, it's these bonuses. I actually only care about these two bonuses, though. The speed and the safety. Let's appoint this guy. That seems good. Oh, and tutoring trip. Don't forget tutoring trip. I can't do a tutoring trip here. Why not? Oh, he's 15 now. Oh, well, I'm glad we did that trip. Right, let's go. Teeming with all manner of wildlife, Evangelos and I agree that Cephalonia would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. While I don't have time to stay for a proper outing, as we traverse the area, I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has peculiar markings on its fur, and I motion for Evangelos to survey the animal. As he spots the rabbit, he grins. What would you say to a friendly wager, liege? Whoever strikes that pristine fellow with an arrow wins. Okay, well this isn't our bodyguard, Evangelos. This is the bishop. And he has 0 prowess, so more likely than not, we win. It's actually a 74% chance we get a rabbit's paw thing, and we get some money. Worst case scenario, we spend 50. I don't think that's that bad, and he becomes our friend for it. Aha, I won. I got the lucky rabbit's paw. Unlucky for the rabbit. Rabbit in sight, we will slowly but purposefully move closer to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away at a piece of straw. I pull my string and release as the arrow goes straight through the animal's body. The sudden impact launches it a few paces, and the tiny body slumps down on the ground, motionless. I roar in triumph, and Evangelos joins me in my cheer. Nice shot, he cries as I dart forward to pick up the trophy. This was fun. So, he likes us, we gain 50 gold, and we now have the Lucky Rabbit's Paw, which gets us prestige and prowess. There we go, so we now get 1 prowess from that. 2 prowess from that. 2 prowess? Now get 2 prowess from that. Tempting fruit. Our road takes us through treacherous parts of Cephalonia. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, Innocentius jumps out of the bush instead, holding a plant. You scared me, Innocentius. Anyway, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim? Yes, and it looks and smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite, he says. I'm going to eat it first, again. And it's going to give me seasoned traveler stuff, and it's going to lower my stress, and potentially it's going to get us learning lifestyle experience. I gain prowess plus 2. Okay, for 5 years. an evil presence. The good people of Zakynthos are out of their minds of terror. Panic and paranoia run high at shabby tenements and the local magistrate's estate alike. My entourage is met with barred doors, accusations against friends and kin of the most horrible practices, and honest citizens who see monsters in every shadow. Productive activities are practically suspended. One way or another, the state of affairs must be ended. Without any faith in God's protection, the threads of this society can hardly fray any further. So I can request an official exorcist from the capital, and this is due to me having the Strategos trait, I'm assuming at a certain level. Hey, we're actually at level 2. Oh, we already knew we were at level 2. I guess there's 8 more experience in it. We get some influence, and we get 300 learning lifestyle experience, and some piety. There must be an evil sorcerer. We get more holding taxes here, in return for popular opinion. What do your elders suggest? Gives us popular opinion and control growth and strategos at the cost of piety. Or you're just seeing things. I'll get us rationalist. It looks like we get the best of all worlds if we just take the top option, so let's do that. Wonderful. And now we make our way back. Wonderful, we're back inside again, and we're continuing to plot against this person. How's our traveler trait looking? It's looking alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Learning on the job. Of those I've chosen to be involved in this little scheme, Raphael is probably not the most skilled. Still, he's clearly applying himself, determined not to let my efforts go to waste, and with the aim of improving his skill in matters of learning. Bettering yourself is costly, but it helps us all in the end. We can try and push him further, and we lose stress for it. Or, I hope the plan goes well and gets us days of progress. I'll try and push his learning further, sure, why not? Hey, we didn't manage it, but that's fine. His learning going up at all is still nice, because it's going to make him a better court tutor, right? So, that's good. Noticeable guests have arrived with claims on things. Okay. Hey, this guy's Hukami expired. That's wonderful. That must be 10 years since we did our last plot. Anyone else we can get in this? Probably not, right? Yeah, not really. Not if I'm not willing to offer a lot here. I guess I could offer something like that, but no. I think I'm happy for now just to let it continue. Let it get up to 20 and then just fire it, probably. Knights are improving. Knight got 2 extra prowess there. He's at 32 prowess now. Arranged betrothal. Strategos Idoros of Styrmon. This guy would like his daughter, Zenobia Chlorococus, to marry my son, Zacharias. So it gets us 100 prestige either way. We get an alliance with this guy. Do we actually want this marriage, though? I don't think so. I don't think this is our marriage. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think that's our marriage. I think we can do better. I think we can do much better. But we'll see. We'll see. How are we looking? 15 birthday in March. Okay, we're almost there. Wonderful. And Zacharias comes of age. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child but as an adult. Always the clever child, Zacharias proved time and time again over the course of his studies that he had the natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. Now it is harder to say, however. Everything that is tasked of him is done by others before he gets to it. He never tells petty lies the way he used to. Perhaps he is not as clever as he seemed after all. He is an elusive shadow, level 4 education. Fantastic work there. Look at that, 15 intrigue. That is great. Now, what I would... Wait, does that say Raphael's no longer in my scheme? It did! Is it because he doesn't like me enough anymore? It's probably because he... Oh, Zacharias, my son, would join, no? Yeah, welcome to the scheme. Anyone else willing to join this scheme? You'll join. Okay. I guess I should do a little auto tick here for a second. Oh, we can get up to 72%. Well, that's fantastic. Let's do that then. Okay. I need to close that so I can then close that properly. Okay. Now, what I should be able to do is I should be able to change your educator to be... yeah, you're going to lose some opinion, which is fine. Get this guy to return to court. I can then get his educator to switch to the genius. I think would be good. Also, son. We need to find you someone to marry. So, let's just do some very basic things here. Maximum age is 25. Age difference? I guess we'll go for 10. So, basically we're saying they have to be between the age of 6 and 25 right now. Which is fine. We don't care if they're a child, because if they're just a little bit younger, that's fine. Fertile is fine. Health we don't care about. Religion I don't care about too much, although we should maybe look for Orthodox first if there's a choice, but it's fine. I'm fairly certain that gender is set, although that's a game rule, so that's why it's there. Marriage prestige, not prestige. Dynasty, not lowborn. So it's just, I'm just trying to reduce the numbers down a little bit here. Marriage prestige, I would love to gain if we could. We're down to 24. That's not a ton of people. Okay. They have to not be a ruler. Yeah, that's fine. Don't care about alliances. Yeah, I mean, there's 24. Is there any inheritable traits in here? No. Okay. If I go for that and then look for inheritable traits. 6. But that is not gaining any marriage prestige. Okay. So let's just choose somebody here. So I would lose prestige here for that marriage. Okay. Potentially something we could do. That's fine. Right, let's clear characters for a second. We're then going to just see here. What were we looking at? Anyone actually got anything good? I guess the best we got is maybe intelligent. Maybe fecund. Those are both pretty good. Beyond that, I'm not too excited by the other traits here. Yeah, maybe fecund. What are we losing here? So it's 0 loss, they gain some prestige. That'd be okay. You could say we're going to hold a grand wedding, but that would cost 300 gold. And it won't happen for another 7 years. This could be alright, although she could marry somebody else. We just click on her here. You... I need to clear the... save filter... Marriage 1. Sure. That's fine. I don't know if I spelled that right. Probably not. Reset to defaults. There we go. Dynasty... Hours... You could maybe marry one of my other children who's like a little bit closer to your age. Like you could marry Joshua. I think that would be fine. That seems absolutely fine there. Yeah. Let's do that for their marriage. It's not really what I wanted to do first of all, but that's fine. Right, let's just switch to this. Okay, so with that in mind, there's not really... Do I want Martha to marry somebody? Martha could also marry someone now that I think about it. Arranged marriage. Oh, yeah, you could marry Theodosius. That's fine. That works for me. He just happens to already be in the filter. That works absolutely fine for me. Yeah. So we've actually arranged 2 random marriages for our youngest 2 children. Right. Okay. So if I don't care about inheritable traits here, let's go for... Gain all. Let's just see. So we've got 24 characters. We can be a little bit more picky. Let's say 5-year age difference. We're down to 10 characters. Okay. We could get a marriage right away if we wanted to. To Gudrun or Ranu. I guess the marriage offer that we had previously was not terrible then. one that we had from Stearman. Did you marry off your daughter? You did. Oh well, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Right. Gudrun gets us 100 prestige. Well, if I sort this by prestige gain, that's probably better, right? You get me more. You get me 200 prestige for my son. Okay. Renew Virch Revod de Cornuale. Sure. That seems fine. She's a poet. She's lustful. Seems fine to me. Stats are not incredible, but neither are his. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. Get that marriage done. Now, do we want to hold a grand wedding? Now, I don't know if I have enough money for this. That's the problem. Says the average cost is 300. The problem is you can't plan it until you see how much. Like, you can't actually get to this point until you have a marriage that you can do, so you can't see how much it costs. I'm going to say yes, we're going to do a grand marriage. Or grand wedding. I'm going to host it in our capital. Let's do that. Right, let's see what they say. Wonderful. That's not the right one, though. Aha. I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. I will graciously take the hand of your son and heir Zacharias in holy matrimony. May we find strength and support in our union. I also look forward to the promised grand wedding. Try not to disappoint me. Okay. We can now do a grand wedding. Now, do I have the money for a grand wedding? Now, that's the important question. We're going to hold that in our capital. Let's see what we can do. Can I do a tutoring? It doesn't matter if I could or not. I'm just curious. No, I can't do a tutoring trip. Okay, it is only for your heir. Let's reduce some of this. So we're going to reduce this down to the cheapest wedding that we can do. Alright, well this one's quite expensive. Again, that gets you gracious host, I see. And then this one gets you magnificent host. So if I just take away that entirely, that's fine. This gives me decreased opinion, average opinion, or bonus distress loss. This is just prestige gain. So I think I'm going to go up to a generous feast. So we'll do a generous feast with average opinion. Okay. Other guests. Who are we going to invite? I'm probably not going to invite the Caliph. I suspect he's not going to be invited here. Is that neighboring rulers? Yeah. Fellow vassals we can invite. All lieges, we only have one. Spouses, extended family. We can reduce this by a couple of people. Yeah. But look at this. If I have the extended family, these guys are like, I'm in 100%. Let's go. If I take out the extended family, they're like, no, I can't go. Oh, why is that? Well, I'm trying to figure out what's actually disappearing. Oh, there's the arrive in plenty of time thing. It's because the extended family are going to take a while to get there. So these guys are then able to arrive quicker. Why are you saying no? Energy. He just doesn't have the energy. That's fair. I'm not going to invite court guests. I'm not going to invite the spouse's extended family, which might reduce the amount of people who go. My vassals can go. That's fine. Friend, spouse's close family can go. Close family can go. Yeah, that seems fine. A bunch of people are going to say no, but that's okay. Yeah, most people are going to travel fairly quickly. Some are going to take longer. That seems alright. What's our goal here? We could do diplomacy if we want to. Try and wow someone into submission. Probably be easier to do that once I know who's actually going to be there. Although most people may not arrive on time. Recreation seems fine for just lowering our stress down. Just go with recreation for now. That seems fine. Right, let's go. Your son Joshua and I will be the best couple ever. You want to join my court? Nope. Okay. In the buds. You are a new powerful family. Out of nowhere. Wonderful. Oh, it's actually not out of nowhere. He's these guys. Well, why was it? Yeah, why is it not just showing it at the side? Anyway, doesn't matter. What was I gonna look at here? There was something. Ah, yeah, you. You back in my court yet? Nope. Okay. We'll keep an eye on him. When he gets back to court, he's going to get educated by the genius, so I would like him to be back in court as soon as possible. And he's back. Wonderful. Educate child. You'll be educated by the genius. He's busy participating in my grand wedding, therefore cannot educate the child. Doesn't make any sense at all. How long till the grand wedding starts? 31 days. That's fine. The family that stays together. It's a little odd for my son and heir Zacharias and I to be brought together over this scheme to challenge status. Still, there's joy to be found in a common task, in working together towards a goal. Frustrations shared are lessened, triumphs multiplied, and there is always something to talk about. Glad to have brought him in on this endeavor. So he likes us more, and we gain 2 more advantages, which gets us to the max of 20, or the max bonus at 20. We're going to wait one more so we can get up to 72, which will then give us a 92% chance. Oh, we're already at 72. Wonderful. The spouses Zacharias and Ranu are both here, looking radiant in their best attire. At my signal, everyone will get into position and the ceremony will begin. Wonderful. Let's do this. Let's execute scheme, cover every angle, gives us 92% success chance. Okay, also while we're here, anyone I want to do diplomacy on? What does it mean may not arrive in time? Surely I have a list of people who have arrived. Right? Yeah. I don't know, maybe we try and get in with Stearman here. Sure. Yeah, I'm going to do that to you, because I know that you're here. Wonderful. Let's just see what we can do with that. Challenge status success. In the past months, I haven't wasted a single occasion to make Stefania look like a fool in public. I've tricked her into making blunders at court, outshone her in the knowledge of the classics, and led her into supporting untenable financial measures just to sweep in and correct her. After a very successful religious debate in which I skillfully made it seem like Stefania was promoting heretical beliefs, I can consider myself satisfied with the results achieved. Stefania has learned her place. This random lowborn has learned their place in our court. Oh, okay. New wandering perk. Nice. No stone unturned or travel logs. Yeah, let's get no stone unturned. Gain development and control in owned counties when hosting activities in them. Wonderful. Yes, oh wait. Now you're no longer busy? Perfect. You can educate him. We want to see. I'm enjoying the ceremony, proud of what I managed to organize. Everything has gone well so far, and as soon as I think I know I've jinxed it. And as soon as I think that, I know I've jinxed it. Renault trips and falls flat on her face on the way to her spouse. I can feel Strategos. It is Isidorus' eyes piercing me from the crowd, urging me to intervene. Okay, I can still salvage the situation. Or, let's move on. I'll try and salvage the situation. I embarrassed myself. A father's heart. The day has finally come, and I couldn't be prouder of Zacharias, the beautiful groom. As the person standing by my side has unwillingly discovered, look at him, isn't he radiant? And ooh, it's such a good match, everything is perfect. As I finally turn around, I realize my neighbor is none other than Strategos Isidorus. I could take advantage of this moment of connection. I'm just so proud. We gained some renown. Aren't you jealous? That's just being like, aren't you jealous he could have been marrying your daughter? Or important weddings make important allies. I complete my intent. I'm just going to say I'm just so proud and gain the 50 renown. That seems pretty good. Acceptance between the Britons and the, whatever. Is she British? Oh, she's Breton. The Bretons and the something. Okay. I have to assume the other one was Greek, but... oh, there you go. Greeks and the Bretons has increased. Cool. As the ceremony runs its course, I finally managed to place myself by Strategos Isidorus and engage him in some small talk, which rapidly moves into a more interesting field, politics. We share some casual remarks until I lead him exactly where I wanted him. You can never feel too safe, your enemies are always getting stronger around you. Pity if someone took advantage of that and get a hook on him, or it's good to have strong allies in this time of need. Let's say that. Aha, alliance deal. Is that actually an alliance, or is that just a deal to have an alliance? I think it's just a deal. I don't think it's actually an alliance. Also, I love how you can offer eunuch, because I know what this one is. If I clear this, basically you can just offer some random person in your court. Oh, never mind. This person is a eunuch. Oh, there's an event that also allows you to offer people who aren't eunuchs as eunuchs, with the intention of, like, doing the deed. But I guess not that event. Never mind. My mistake. Unless that was Crusader Kings II. I do occasionally get confused between the two because they're very similar. In a lot of ways. That's more acceptance between Greeks and Bretons. Okay. Marriage is done. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed and all that's left are the final vows, the formal consent, and the seal of the marriage. As both Zacharias and Renault say, "I do," the crowd starts cheering and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Wonderful. No stone unturned activated. Fantastic. So we get 50 development growth in Nicopolis and we get some control growth. Nice. So if we actually have a look at that, by the way, control growth is this value here. So it went from 20 to 70. And our current normal growth is 0. So it's a pretty big increase, 50 over 0. Anyway, with all the formalities behind us, it is now time to celebrate. I signal for the servants to bring out the food and drinks and to shepherd the guests to the feast venue. Let the wedding banquet begin. Gain some more prestige. More people are becoming wounded at my event. Do they realize this is just a wedding? My son Isaac is more likely to get a good education thanks to my wife. Fantastic. Though not the absolute grandest affair, the evening's entertainments are still an exciting array of actors, acrobats, jugglers, and more. Near my seat, both Strategos Theocharistos and Strategos Isidoros share their opinions on display. I'm glad there's not too many performers, wrinkles. Theocharistos. Troublesome types generally. I was hoping for something a bit more extravagant. Isidoros whines. We may skip these events going forward because this happens all the time in the wedding events. Basically, you can choose to get martial lifestyle, diplomacy lifestyle, or stress loss. And then some opinion. I'm just going to take the stress loss on the entertainment. Can't get away. As the wedding host, I know I should be spending time with the couple and their families, but I just can't tear myself away from my friend Evangelos. I can see Zacharias starting to glare at me, but every time I try to excuse myself, Evangelos has me howling with laughter all over again. I say, what a joy to have him here, our best friend who's about to pass on. I can try and get Zacharias in here and get him to also be friends. Let's sneak out so we can talk properly. Gets us Confider. It's a really good trait. Gives you a great way of losing stress, or you must excuse me, my friend. Let's say you must excuse me, my friend. We'll get closer to being friends with our son. Food fit for a... Featuring... Oh, wait. This is the same event. Yes. So this is the same event. We just choose which one we want things from. I'm just going to take the prestige and stress loss. This is also the same event. In case you hadn't realized. We can get 500 martial lifestyle experience, though, if we go with this guy. What is our martial lifestyle? 750. 500 gets us a free perk. Alright. I can get closer to being being friends with this guy. Well, thank you for offering me 500 martial lifestyle experience. That's pretty good. It's a new powerful family and a new martial perk. I think we're going to take stalwart... actually, we're not leading armies. We'll take Serve the Crown for the natural dread. Stalwart leader's generally good because of this bit right here. Reduces the risks of commanding armies. Basically, you shouldn't have your leader in charge unless they have that trait. But we don't really need it because we're not leading armies. And having natural dread is quite nice because it means that it will now tend upwards, which is useful. It's useful to have. A pleasing atmosphere. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. Coordinating so many people and servants is an unappreciated task, one with no small degree of subtle difficulty to it. It's pleasing to see it done well. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. Lose stress, gain opinion with people who have at least one trait in common and lose stress, or get prestige. I'm just going to get prestige. Let's keep just boosting our prestige. Oh, no stone unturned activates at every stage of this? How weird. Anyway, that's fine. Because I guess they all count as a separate activity in the background. Anyway, and see that all the guests are satisfied and pretty tired, but the day of the celebration is not over yet. I quickly organize a festive procession to lead the newlyweds to their bedchamber. Let's let the newlyweds celebrate privately. For those of us who remain, let's pour another drink. Okay. Then you get another one of these types of things. The newlyweds have taken their leave, consigned by the families to their bedchamber to consummate the union. The rest of us return to the banquet hall to make merry and celebrate. With the ceremony is complete and the vows spoken, I am overwrought with concern and hope for the happy couple, all the coming trials of partnership and parenthood. The rest of the evening is mine to spend how I wish. I can gain some piety, prestige, get a secret, or the church will be quiet now. I can get some piety without having to spend some money. I guess so. Yeah, I guess it's closer to the next level. Our level of devotion went up. It didn't just get us closer to the next level, it moved us up one. Also, this guy started holding a grudge against me for some reason. Why? He's frustrated, and he has a grudge. Oh. So this just gets us down to no effect. The level of devotion has got to no effect. A secret exposed. The secret that Akakios is my child is suddenly on everyone's lips. Oh. Yeah, that is a problem. Even though I find myself as surprised as anyone, I of course knew there was a risk of it happening, but for her not to tell me before... Yeah, this actually technically makes him our oldest son, right? No. Not quite. Oh no, 71. 72. No, he is our oldest son now. Although he is already a beardless eunuch. This is a disaster. I'm the new father. It gives me adulterer as a trait. Lose a level of devotion. Oh no, wait a second. So we went up a level of devotion. We actually went to faithful and then immediately lost a level of devotion. Okay. I lost opinion of her for 30 years. Expose my secret. I didn't expose your secret. The secret was exposed, but not by me. My wife is unhappy. Yeah. Her wife is unhappy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And she also gained adulterer, which is funny because adulterer increases the opinion of other adulterer characters. So we actually got opinion of each other up. Although then it went down again by 60, I think it says there. Although I don't think it was. Yeah, no, it's by 32. We must already have had an exposed secret thing on her before that. Anyway, this is a disaster. Okay. Forced to join faction. This guy used his hook on me to force me to join. Install him on the throne. I'm now the leader of the faction? Eager reveler trait. I gain intrigue. Cool. The conclusion. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around the deserted venue, the food leftovers and spilled spiced wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. It gets me some prestige, some experience in the eager reveler trait, 20 gold, lose some stress, and every guest likes me more. Wonderful, and they are married. Okay, well that was an eventful event. Our lover is now a fornicator and adulterer, and we can imprison her for either reason. Yeah, not going to, but we could. We now have our son here, Akakios, who technically is not a member of our house. We could legitimize the bastard, or we could offer him to someone else. Also, can I leave this faction against my liege? It said I'm the leader of the faction. No. But I have control over pressing demands because I'm the leader. I don't really want to be a member of the faction, although I guess I could add members to the faction. Can be forced to join with influence. It's 500 to get someone to join, huh? Interesting. Okay. Well, there's stuff I could do. Yeah. Maybe we're going to leave that for next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.